Here are 6 news items from the world of the crypto industry. First, news. Why Bitcoin is rising, 5 reasons. Bitcoin is on the rise again, gaining 10% in the past week and currently trading around $64,000. Bernstein analysts believe that the surge in buying is driven by several factors, ranging from macroeconomic shifts to changing market sentiment. Here are the 5 key reasons for Bitcoin's recent price increase, as outlined by experts. 1. Interest rate cuts and inflation hedging.
Since March,
Basis point rate cut by the Federal Reserve impacted markets, with Bitcoin benefiting from the weaker dollar and looser monetary policy. Analysts note that Bitcoin, like gold, is viewed as a non-sovereign asset that becomes attractive during times of fiscal excess, especially with U.S. debt reaching $35 trillion. Since the start of the year, Bitcoin has grown by 45%, compared to gold's 27% increase. 2. Growing bipartisan support for cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are gaining political traction, with bipartisan support providing additional momentum, Bernstein highlights. Vice President Harris recently expressed support for digital assets during an event in New York, marking the first clear endorsement of cryptocurrencies by the administration. According to Bernstein, a Trump victory could further accelerate the development of crypto policies. However, institutional interest in major assets like Bitcoin is expected to remain strong regardless of the election outcome. 3. Rising popularity of Bitcoin ETFs. Institutional inflows into Bitcoin ETFs remain active. Over the past 10 days, $800 million has flowed into Bitcoin ETFs, despite volatile price action, Bernstein reports. The firm expects more banks, such as Morgan Stanley, to launch Bitcoin ETFs, likely leading to further inflows as financial advisors attract clients. 4. Miner stability after the halving. Bitcoin miners have reportedly adapted to the April 2024 halving event and stabilized their operations. Bernstein notes that the network's hash power has recovered, indicating miner resilience and further strengthening Bitcoin's fundamentals. 5. Reduced selling pressure. Large Bitcoin sales by the US and German governments, as well as Mt. Gox payouts, have been absorbed by the market, according to the firm. Additionally, MicroStrategy raised $2.1 billion to purchase Bitcoin, bringing its holdings to 252,220 BTC, or 1.3% of the total supply. Second, news. Ethereum network fees increased by 875% since early September. As of September 20, 2024, the average transaction fee on the Ethereum network reached $5.08, according to BitInfoCharts, marking a new high since early August. On September 1, the average fee was $0.584, representing an 875.86% increase over the month. By September 23, the figure had slightly decreased to $4.14, but this is still significantly higher than the average in previous weeks. Data from the block's dashboard confirms the overall trend, with the 7-day moving average fee on the Ethereum network reaching $3.90 as of September 22, more than 3 times the figure from September 1. The rise in fees indicates increased activity on the network, which has some less obvious consequences, such as reducing inflationary pressure. As fees have risen, so has the volume of burned Ethereum, as confirmed by Etherscan data. On September 19, the daily burned Ethereum volume reached 1,692 ETH, a new high since the spike on August 5. Third, news. Cryptocurrency correlation with U.S. stocks reaches 2-year high. The correlation between cryptocurrencies and U.S. stocks has reached levels last seen in the second quarter of 2022, following the U.S. Federal Reserve's decision to lower interest rates, Bloomberg reports. According to experts, the correlation coefficient between the top 100 cryptocurrencies, by market capitalization, and the S&P 500 index stands at around 0.67, compared to 0.72 in Q2 2022. A coefficient of 1 indicates that assets move in sync, while -1 reflects an inverse relationship, Bloomberg notes. Analysts attribute the rise in correlation to the Fed's decision to lower the interest rate by 50 basis points. Caroline Mauron, co-founder of Orbit Markets, commented to Bloomberg. Macroeconomic factors are driving cryptocurrency prices today, and this should continue throughout the entire easing cycle of the Federal Reserve's monetary policy unless we see a crypto-specific black swan event. Fourth news. Venture crypto firms raised over $2.2 billion between January and August. From January to August, venture firms raised over $2.2 billion for closed-end funds investing in cryptocurrency startups. According to PitchBook analysts, over $500 million was raised in just the past few weeks. At the end of August, Parify Capital launched a $120 million fund to invest in other crypto funds focused on specific market segments, strategies, or regions. Over the next 5 years, the company plans to build a portfolio of stakes in 30 to 50 crypto funds. Another example is Borderless Capital, which launched a $100 million fund in mid-September focused on decentralized physical infrastructure networks. In September, Hack VC raised $77 million for its third blockchain fund, which will focus on early-stage projects. In August, Robot Ventures launched its fourth crypto fund with $75 million, also focusing on young projects. Dragonfly Capital plans to launch a $500 million fund, and according to media reports, it has already raised half of the necessary amount. Many of these funds are targeting early-stage startups, reflecting venture investors' optimism about the potential of new technologies. Borderless Capital's focus on DePIN projects is particularly noteworthy. The company has launched 3 such funds, the first 2 in 2021. The first $10 million fund was focused exclusively on the Helium project with its native token HNT. The second $20 million fund supported 35 DePIN projects. As the sector has grown over the years, so has the size of the company's third fund. Borderless Capital partner Alvaro Gracia believes that this sector is the most resilient to bear markets and has no correlation with the broader crypto sector. In DePIN projects, tokens are awarded to users for participating in or managing devices that form a decentralized physical infrastructure network. For example, Helium pays tokens for managing telecommunications networks, such as cell towers. Hivemapper rewards users for mapping roads, which are then used for map creation, and Render allows users to rent out their GPU power for rendering graphics. According to analyst Colin Wu, there were 110 rounds of venture funding for crypto startups in August. The number of rounds decreased by 1% compared to the previous month but increased by 41% year over year. A total of $785 million was raised, down 22% from July but up 20% compared to the same period in 2023. Fifth news. SETI scientists start using AI to detect aliens. Scientists at the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Institute have announced their use of artificial intelligence-based technologies to detect alien signals, according to Decrypt. SETI CEO Bill Diamond said that specialists are using AI at the Very Large Array Radio Astronomy Observatory, a large complex of 27 telescopes that work as a single multi-antenna system. The center processes data at a rate of about 3 terabytes per second. Scientists are configuring AI algorithms to respond to specific types of artificial radio signals. Diamond emphasized that AI-based technologies have already identified some anomalies in space. However, he noted that it will take time to analyze and decode these signals. AI and machine learning are widely used, and increasingly so, at SETI, as well as in the various scientific fields we study, Diamond said. He also mentioned that the data stream generated by SETI is growing exponentially every year, and traditional analysis methods have become outdated. AI helps manage the increasing data flow by quickly analyzing and categorizing it. Author and historian Mitch Horowitz believes that AI could become a valuable tool in the search for extraterrestrial life. He welcomes SETI's decision to use AI technologies but expressed doubt that AI would help humans establish contact with aliens if they are discovered. It's worth noting that SETI is not the only project paying attention to artificial intelligence. Previously, NASA announced plans to launch the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope in 2027. Once deployed in orbit, this telescope will use AI to study so-called dark matter. 6. News. Bitcoin could surge in October. Many in the crypto community believe that the real bull run, which will push Bitcoin to new highs, will begin in October 2024. Be.in Crypto's editorial team compiled a review of optimistic opinions. Here's a summary of the Bitcoin forecast and why many believe in an explosive BTC growth in October. The crypto community is anticipating a strong Bitcoin rally in October 2024. For instance, DeFi analyst Crypto Nobler holds this view. He explained his Bitcoin forecast by pointing to the expected reaction of cryptocurrencies to the Federal Reserve's key interest rate cut. The changes have increased the investment appeal of high-risk assets like crypto. This is why BTC responded with growth after the Fed's first rate cut since March 2020 on September 18, 2024. According to Crypto Nobler, the crypto market still has plenty of strength, signaling that the peak of the bull run is ahead. Therefore, he expects a parabolic rise in Bitcoin in October. Crypto blogger Lintonworm, meanwhile, explained the expected Bitcoin growth in October based on timing. His forecast is based on the cyclicality theory, which suggests that each Bitcoin halving triggers a BTC and broader crypto market bull run. The fourth Bitcoin halving took place in April 2024. The cyclicality theory is the foundation of the Bitcoin stock-to-flow (S2F) model, which analyzes cryptocurrency behavior patterns after previous halvings to predict future movements. S2F indicates that Bitcoin is on the verge of a new growth phase. According to Lintonworm, the bull run will begin in October. Analyst Naya Vneem agrees, also predicting strong market growth in October. However, unlike Lintonworm, he focused on a different aspect of timing, noting that the fourth quarter is traditionally bullish. He believes that Bitcoin will demonstrate growth by the end of the year, with the bull run starting in October. A similar Bitcoin forecast was given by analyst Lark Davis. He also expects the crypto market to grow in the fourth quarter of 2024, beginning in October. His Bitcoin forecast is based on the likelihood of history repeating itself. Meanwhile, analyst Michael Van de Poppy predicts a new all-time high for BTC in October 2024. The previous Bitcoin peak was recorded on March 14, 2024, at $73,750.